All right, guys. So we're here with Kate from Barrel and Blaze.
Hey, this guy just worked.
It's a mess. What can we do?
We're used to this.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to Charred Oak Bourbon Society. I'm sitting here with Kate from Barrel and Blaze up in Auburn, Indiana, and we wanted to do a quick interview since we are up here hosting. She's allowing us to host the event up here, and wanted to do a couple quick conversations with her about just the whole bar in itself. So,
Yeah.
I guess my first question is, what is your go-to drink for somebody that's new to the bourbon industry?
Yeah. So it's really fun for me because I get to curate our menu here. So I get to make cocktail lists based on seasons and then get to play with it. Right now, our spring cocktail list is out. So right now we have a Bohemian, which I make a beet shrub for. It's made with Old Forester 86. It's actually also made with cream de cocoa, and then also some different chocolate and cherry bitters, and then a little bit of lemon juice. So it's a very different kind of cocktail it's good. It's different. And then right now, as far as, so of course there's so many bourbons out there. We can talk about the allocation game for a bar here in a minute, but I really can't get all of the super popular allocations. So right now, I love the Ben Holidays, and I always have those in stock. Ben Holiday is out of Missouri.
Okay.
I have the Bottled and Bond, and I have their soft red wheat, the Rickhouse proof.
Oh, very nice.
And those are probably what I steer people towards the most. And then I also have Frey Ranch, and they're out of Nevada. And then those, they have uncut. That's a pretty high proof. So I do ask people if they're interested in that, and if not, kind of steer them towards their straight bourbon or their rye.
Okay.
So yeah.
And I think the one thing that most people don't realize is there's so many different states that are making bourbon and whiskey nowadays that it's not just based in Tennessee and Kentucky.
Exactly.
And I feel like it's all over the country now.
Yeah. So like we were going to talk about the allocated bottle game here. So it's even more difficult for a bar, and it's even more difficult for a brand new bar. And all of the distributors have different rules, different how much you have to spend.
Sure.
So it's just actually really difficult. And Buffalo Trace, everybody wants E.H. Taylor, everybody wants Blanton's, everybody wants all of those. So they're with Sazerac, and you really have to spend like a certain amount a year, and then you really have to have a good relationship with your distributor and kind of build that through time. And since we're brand new, it's a challenge. Yeah, I'm sure. It's difficult to do, and that's probably one of the biggest questions for me is like, why don't you have these allocations?
And nobody realizes the intricacies that go into getting the allocated bourbons. It's not like you're just going down to the liquor store and going to buy an allocated bottle.
Yeah.
You're getting it through
and I do get that a lot too. Like, they have it at, House of Spirits. And I'm like, that's not, So I do have to explain that a lot. That I can't just go to the liquor store and buy something and bring it in here.
But I know you guys have had some great bottles over the last year.
We have, yeah. I can get allocated bottles of Penelope pretty easily. Okay. So I've had Valencia. I heard you talking about that earlier. Yeah. I've had Rio. I've had Havana. Trying to get the 17-year right now. Hopefully that happens. But yeah, Penelope I can get.
Okay, very cool. So I guess the other question I have is, how is the local community taken to having a bourbon and cigar bar in Auburn?
So it's so surprising that a lot of people still come in and don't know that we're here. And we've been here for a year on April 29th. We had our first anniversary party on May 3rd, which was really well received. We were very busy. But I think one of the biggest things about this place is that we do allow cigar smoking. Sure. So people are like, it's pretty hit and miss. And I'm from Auburn and I live in Auburn, so that's what I hear the most.
And I think most people don't realize that cigar smoking is still available in certain establishments.
Yeah, it's some people it kind of turns them off. It's not for them. And then people think we're a little too fancy too, which is 100% not true. Not true. You can come in, have a good cocktail, but it's not going to cost you a crazy amount of money.
No.
So it is just like it is. We're trying to be very approachable with also trying to be like a little bit, above.
And I had your Peachtree Old Fashioned
Yeah.
earlier, and I mean, affordably priced, great flavor. I mean, the peach comes forward, but it's still an Old Fashioned at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, of course. Yes.
So,
Yep.
I guess any plans to expand in the future?
We've had talks and whispers. So our owner, he owns a structural engineering firm next door, and he owns that building. So we've talked about loosely, and who knows, if it would really happen.
Sure.
But having a restaurant side over there.
Okay.
And then this would just kind of be the lounge. But, I mean, we'll see. Also, a patio in the back is something that, we would really love to do.
Yep.
But as far as the Barrel and Blaze brand, I don't think it would, leave these two buildings.
Okay. Any plans, I guess, for the future to do your own bottling, your own bourbon blends, barrel aging?
I would love to. So I think my hurdle there is just we need to have that three-way license where we can sell bottles.
Gotcha. Okay.
So currently I can't do that. They are kind of hard to get in DeKalb County. So if that is ever a thing where we could get one of those, then I would love to do a barrel pick and take the employees down there and do all of that together.
Very
that would
cool.
be, and have it, branded for us. That would be super cool. Or do it locally at, what is the distillery that just opened?
Yeah, Backroads Distilling. Out in Leato there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Very cool.
Love it.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's a great bar.
Thank you.
Just the design and decor of it. I mean, screams bourbon.
Everywhere
you look.
That's all Jeremy and Michael. Him and their guys built all this out, and it is a beautiful bar.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, if anybody's looking for a great bourbon bar, this is the place to come up at Barrel and Blaze here in Auburn. And we look forward to having more events up here with Charred Oak.
Absolutely.
And I will say for anybody that's watching, please drink responsibly, be courteous to others. And if you haven't already, like, follow, and subscribe. Talk to you soon.